Happy Thanksgiving, or day after Thanksgiving. Today's flow will be just like a short 30 minutes of moving. We're going to really do a lot of twisting to process all the food that we ate yesterday. And it will be just kind of a nice, fluid, moving flow. So either do it this morning or you can come back and do it any time. But we'll start laying on our sides. So I'm just going to start on my right side and just laying long. And just set yourself up so that you can be pretty comfortable. Good morning, Candy. We're going to start laying on our sides. Let me change my view here. All right. Okay. So we'll do kind of a flowing twisty practice this morning. We're going to start laying on our sides. So just let yourself kind of get long. And I'm starting here on my right side. I'm using my upper arm as a pillow. I'm just letting my right arm be long. And then let your legs, be gently bent so that you're balanced. It's easy to balance on your side. And just bring your left hand down in front of you just to kind of support you there on your side. And I just want you to start with your eyes closed. And just notice the parts of your body that have the most pressure from the floor. And then just start to find some gentle rocking. Let's start from the ground or from the bottom up. You just kind of rock a little bit on the side of your right foot. And see if you can find any contact with your ankle. You feel the lower leg there. Kind of rock a little bit on your knee and your outer thigh, outer hip. You feel the space under your waist. And rock on that right rib cage. And then even rock that outer right armpit, shoulder area. And you feel the weight of your head on your arm. You can rock your head, your arm, just feel that sandwich of that upper arm between your head and the floor. And then even start to let your lower arm and your wrist kind of get into this rocking. And just find it kind of globally on that whole right side, just rocking forward and back really gently. And then make your way all the way onto your back. You just lay on your back. And just check out the difference from one side to the other. Just feel that right side compared to the left side. Just notice the quality of the energy and your ability to be aware, to really feel one side and the other. Notice if one side feels heavier or lighter than the other. And we'll just roll on to the other side. And just find that gentle rocking on the other side. So left arm is a pillow. Let your arm be long. Just bend your knees enough that you can find a pretty easy balance. Use your right hand in front of you. And just start rocking with awareness on that outer left foot. And lower leg. Outer left knee, left thigh. Your outer left hip. You feel your waist. your rib cage, the outer left armpit, the weight of your head and your upper arm. You can get your lower arm and even your wrist into it. And then just really feel that globally, your whole left side. Just rock for a few more breaths here. Just really feeling your body from the inside out and just kind of making those fascial layers slide and glide, those underneath your skin connective tissue layers that have so much nerve endings. It's crucial for your interoception, your inner feeling. And then go ahead and roll onto your back and just notice again how you feel one side compared to the other. You feel more balanced. Your body feels more awake. We'll roll onto our right side again. And this time have your knees a little more bent. Let your right arm come straight out in front of you in line with your shoulder. Left hand just comes on top. And we'll find a big sweeping circle. So you'll take these left fingers and just draw them in a big circle up above your head, all the way out to the left. And then back alongside your left hip, back to where you started. Let's do that. One more time. And when your left arm gets out to the left, this next time, take your left leg and just kind of straighten it in front of you. Just reach and just find that kind of diagonal reach from left foot to left hand. And then you'll just take your left arm and reach it in front of you, bend through that left knee and reach it behind you. So now find that diagonal reach with arm forward, leg back. And just go back and forth here. So reaching left leg forward, left arm back, and then left arm forward, left leg back. Just back and forth. And you can kind of switch the trajectory of your reach and just feel that chain, that connective chain through the line of that left side of your body. And then just make your way all the way to the other side. Roll onto that left side, left arm straight in front of you. Stack your right hand on top of your left and bend your knees so your balance is easy. Sweep those right fingertips up and out. This big swooping circle here. Just explore the range of motion in that shoulder. And that rocking massage again for your body. When your right arm gets out to the right again, lengthen that right leg in front of you. And then we'll just kind of find those little swims again. Kick that right leg back, reach your right arm in front of you. And just feel that diagonal trajectory of your right leg and your right arm. And you can kind of change up the angle you reach each time. So you get a little different stretch, a little bit different sensation. Rock forward and back. Let's just do one more twist. way to a table. And come onto your hands and knees. Just get your wiggles out there. Paw the ground. You can kind of rock your weight from one side to the other and find some kind of buoyancy through your hands. And then maybe play with kind of pushing the floor away with you with both hands and switching the directions of your fingers just to warm up through your wrists. Then we'll take our right hand, just come to stillness. Take your right hand, twist, slide it underneath your left armpit. Find a twist here. I'm going to take my left fingertips and reach them up toward the top, really far away from me, and then over to the right. So I've got this diagonal line through from my left fingertips to my left hip. And you can really feel like you're drawing that left hip back. And plant that left hand in front of your face. Come on up and we'll just switch sides. So slide your left arm underneath your right armpit. Reach that right arm up. And think about that diagonal line from your right pinky to your right outer hip. And then reach those left fingers away from you. And plant your right hand in front of your face. Come on up to your table and step your right foot outside of your right hand and come on up into a really stable low lunge. So we've got 90-degree angles in both of our hips, and just see if you can kind of hula hoop your hips here in circles one way and the other. And then reach your arms high. Take a big breath in there. And then interlace your hands behind your back. Draw your elbows toward each other and then bring your arms towards straight. And soften those front low ribs down. Bring the back of your right hand to the left side of your lower back. Reach your left arm up. And then find a side bend here. And take one more breath in. And then you'll take your left hand to your outer right knee. And then reach your right arm back and find a twist there. Unwind your twist. And then toe heel this right foot in line with your left knee. And find your tandem kneel balance for a couple of breaths. So that left knee, shin, ankle, toes, they're all in a line. And your right heel and toes come in a line with that left knee. Just feel all those little muscles to stabilize you. And then we'll pivot on our left knee. Keep your right foot just exactly as it is, and you'll pivot left knee and turn yourself to the left. So now right heel is in line with that left knee. Bring your right hand to the inside of that right knee. Reach your left arm up, and then just bend into that right knee. Just back and forth a few times here. Keep your legs as they are and bring your hands down in front of you. So like a table pose, but you've got your legs, you've got this right leg at a 90-degree angle. Really push that knee away from you and find a few cat and cow movements here with that lower body with your pelvis. Okay, now really send your sitting bones and your tailbone back as much as you can and reach your right arm up. And then exhale, just thread that arm past your ribs on the left side. We're just gonna open and thread dynamically here. Just one more. Open up. And then bring that right hand down and then straighten through that right leg and just lengthen it out to the side. So now those right toes are pointing straight forward. Got a long right leg. And then lean your heart forward, bend your elbows, come down part way, come on up, and then send your hips toward that left heel. Rock forward and bend. Come on up, hips to heel. Rock forward, bend those elbows. Come on up, hips to heel. Just pause there, lengthening through that right leg, and then walk your hands back towards your left knee. Come on upright. And bring your right hand to that right thigh. Left arm up and over. Engage through that left glute so you clear through the front of that left hip. And then cartwheel left hand to the floor. Come hand or fingertips, reach right arm up. And find some external rotation in both of those arms. You might even let your gaze go up. Maybe float that right leg. Maybe reach right arm alongside your ear. Lengthen from heel to fingertips. And then just cartwheel that right arm down and find your way to your table again. Take your right foot back, just flex through that foot, push your heel away from you. And then just stir into your ankle smush. Just fold your toes around, go both directions. And then switch sides, right knee down, left leg back, push through that left heel. And then smush it around. You get all those little pops out of your toes and all those joints in your foot. And then release. We'll just find that thread the needle twist again, just briefly. So slide your right arm under. Come down to your right shoulder, right side of your face. You can reach your left arm up this time, or you can reach that left hand toward the ceiling, bend your elbow, and bring the back of that hand to your outer right hip, or even reach toward that inner right thigh. Opening that shoulder back. Wherever you're at, plant your left hand in front of your face. Come on up. And we'll just switch to the other side. Slide your left arm under. I need to tuck my shirt in or something. And reach your right arm up or long. Bend the elbow, outer left hip. And then plant your hand in front of your face. Come on up to your table. Step your left foot outside of your left hand and come up to your stable low lunge. Find your pelvis movements here. Back and forth in a circle. And then find stillness. Reach your arms high. Take a big breath in. And then exhale. Hands back. Interlace the unusual way. Draw your elbows toward each other. Drop those low ribs in and then bring your arms towards straight. Deliver the back of that left hand to your right lower back. And then reach your left arm up. Find a side bend over to, reach your right arm up. Side bend over to your left. Long line through that whole right side. And then right hand to your outer left knee. Reach your left arm back. And then unwind yourself. Toe heel that left foot in line with your right knee. And just find that reflexive balance, that fine tuning of all those deep core muscles. There to keep you balanced. And then we'll pivot on this right knee to the right and set up for that inner thigh work. Reach your right arm out, back of left hand to the inner left knee, and then bend deeply into your knee. So we're looking at this knee, hip, ankle flexion more than we are a side bend. Just a couple more times there. And then come on up. Right hand down in front of you, left hand down in front of you. And you can find a little cat and cow movement with your pelvis. And then we'll just find that fluid dynamic twist. Reach your left arm out and up And then thread it under past those right ribs and just reach. Keep pushing that left knee away from you, behind you. Open. And just connect this with your breath in a way that feels natural and intuitive. Just breathing in and out of your nose. And then both hands down. Lengthen through that left leg and turn your toes forward. And then rock yourself forward. Bend your elbows and lower part way. Come on up, hip to heel. And just rock forward and bend. On up and back. Rock forward and on up and back. Pause there for a second and look your hands in. Come on upright. Left hand to that left thigh. Reach up and over. And then cartwheel. Right fingertips to the floor. Reach that left arm high. Externally rotate. So feel like you're turning your biceps away from you. Maybe float that left leg. Left arm alongside your ear. And then cartwheel left hand down. Step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Pull it out here. And find stillness for a breath. And then just lift your right leg up and back. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Really come onto those left tippy toes. And then step your right foot forward. Bring your left knee down. So now we're in a kind of longer low lunge. Reach high. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands interlace behind you. Draw those shoulder blades together, open through your heart. Right hand comes to your back of your left thigh or lower back. Reach your left arm up. Side bend over to your right. And then left hand outside that right knee. Reach your right arm back. Stay here for your twist, or you can bring that left elbow down, hands together. Tuck those back toes, and then lift your back knee. Find your twist here. And find some length from your tailbone through the crown of your head. And then we'll ground through your left heel. Cartwheel yourself open to your warrior two. And then as you straighten that right leg, just reach your left arm forward. So your left thumb towards your right thumb. And then bend into that right knee. We're just going to reach both arms back. Think about reaching from behind that right shoulder blade. And then open forward, both arms forward, straighten that front leg. Bend that right knee, both arms back. And let that right knee track over toward the pinky edge of that right foot. Let's do that one more time. And then just open your right arm back out into your warrior two. Right forearm to thigh, left arm alongside your ear. Big breath in. And then we'll take this left hand to the floor, pivot onto the ball of your left foot, reach your right arm up. And then turn your right toes to the right. Come on the pinky edge of your left foot, and then just drop your hips down. And reach toward that left foot. Cartwheel your right hand and let it come down inside of that right foot. You can bring your left knee down. And just kind of find a breath or two here in a lizard. Hands or forearms to the floor. I think we're going to be a little bit longer than 30 minutes. Bring your hands back up. Lift that back knee, step back to your downward facing dog. Just check in one side to the other. And then inhale, lift that left leg up and back. Exhale, come onto those right tippy toes. Really bring that left knee in toward your chest. And then step it between your hands, ground your right knee, and come on up. Reach high. Exhale, interlace your hands the unusual way. Draw those elbows together. Lower ribs down. Left hand to the back of your right thigh or lower back. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, side bend to your left. And then right hand outside that left knee. Reach your left arm back. You can stay here with your twist, or you can bring that right elbow outside your left knee, hands together. Tuck through those back toes, lift your back knee. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. And then we'll cartwheel that right heel to the floor. Then open yourself up. Settle into your warrior two. And then straighten that left leg. Reach your right thumb forward toward your left thumb. And then bend into your left knee. Reach both arms back. So your thumbs won't stay in line. And that's okay. Straighten, reach forward. Bend and reach back. Straighten and reach forward. Bend and reach back. One more time. Bend and reach back. And then just open into your warrior two. Inhale, you can reverse your warrior. And then forearm to thigh, find your side angle pose. One breath in. And then we'll exhale, right hand to the floor, pivot onto the ball of that right foot. Left arm up. And then turn those left toes to the left, come onto the pinky edge of that right foot. And drop that right hip down. And then cartwheel this left hand forward inside your left foot. You can bring your right knee down. And find a lizard lunge. Maybe forearms to the floor. And then come back up onto your hands. Come into a table. And then sit back on your heels. And keep your bum on your left heel. And just take your right foot forward. So this way. So in this little combat squat. Just start by bringing some weight over that right thigh. And you can rock. And bring that right heel up off the floor a little bit. And then try to ground for that right heel as you reach your weight over that right thigh. And then sit back onto your heel. You can center yourself between your legs, and you can, let that left leg go out to the left, right knee toward the right. And then just let yourself kind of fold in between your legs. You can swivel your hips from side to side a little. And then we'll ground our left hip to the floor. So now your left heel is kind of by your pubic bone. I'm going to baby cradle this right leg. So you can hold on to your outer foot and outer knee. You can bring that to the crook of your elbow. Just really stay flexed through this right foot. And cradle. Rock that hip. Let your spine be tall. And your rocking can be here. Really focus on the integrity of your spine so you're not really rounding under. You're able to have some length through your spine. Just take one more round of breath there. And then we'll take this right foot and plant it down outside your left knee for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you might need to shift that left foot over to the right a little more. If having both knees bent is too much, you can straighten that left leg. And just find your twist. Bring that left arm outside your right knee. And I like to have a straight arm and kind of let my palm face the ceiling. You can ground through that right hand behind you. And then just kind of look straight to the right. Don't worry about looking back over your shoulder. And then, without moving your head, see if you can just stretch your eyes all the way over to the right. Just as far as they'll go. So look. And then unwind yourself. Bring your hands behind you. Just sit back and cross your legs. And we'll just switch. So this time, left foot's forward. Just fold that right heel underneath you and find that combat squat to the other side. Bring some weight onto that left thigh. And you can let your left heel lift for a few rocks forward and back there. Just kind of getting into the length of that Achilles tendon and finding some compression on low belly. And then see if you can lean forward and try to keep that heel grounded. Even feel like you're lifting your toes up just to activate all those muscles there. And then bring your weight back onto that heel and find your little fold in between your legs. And you can let yourself round. You don't have to fold far. Think about pushing this left knee back to the left. And then we'll shift our weight onto that right bum. So right heel's toward your pubic bone, and just find your baby cradle of that left leg. So maybe hand to foot and hand to knee or shin. You're just flexing through this right foot. Okay. And find foot into the crook of your elbow. And just rock and twist around and rock from side to side. Think about the integrity of your spine and the combination of that with the movement in your hip. So you want to maintain, freedom in your hip and create more freedom in your hip, but maintain that integrity of your spine at the same time. So don't sacrifice getting that shin closer to your heart. Don't sacrifice the integrity of your spine just to feel like you're doing more. And then we'll bring that left foot to the floor outside your right knee. So that right heel can be by your bum or right leg straight out in front of you. And then just find your twist. See if you can initiate it from your core and then bring that right arm out. Side your left knee. And let your gaze go straight to the left. And then just let your eyes stretch and look all the way to the left without moving your head. So look, 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 look. And then unwind. Lean back. Let's take a few breaths in an Upavishta Konasana. So just open your legs wide. And really feel like you're sending your pubic bone down and your tailbone back. Think about making that space from your pubic bone to your tailbone parallel with the floor. And then just let yourself rock from side to side. Let yourself rock forward and back. And have your hands, but just explore this place. You could even start finding circles. And switch directions. Find a place to pause. Maybe folding forward, maybe finding a side bend. You just do what seems intuitive. So you can be here. You can be here. You could even find a little bit twist and fold over one leg. And just find a pause place and stay there for a couple of breaths. And then see if you can find another place. So if you did a side bend, you can find a side bend to the other side. Or if you twisted to fold, heart toward knee. Just one more breath in your exploration here. And then come on up and bend both of your knees and find your place for your final rest. If you want to end with just a seated meditation, you can just find a comfortable seat. It might feel good to sit on something. You can bring yourself down to the mat and lay on your back. Wherever you are, just scan through your body, feel your feet, your ankles, your lower legs and your knees. You feel your thighs, your hip joints, your pelvis. You feel your lower belly. You feel all your organs and your spine, your rib cage, your heart, and your lungs. You feel the whole length and weight of your arms and the energy in your hands. Feel neck and head and face. And sometimes all we need is just this awareness of our body, and notice how alive your body feels after all that movement. Your body can be the lesson. Just reflect back over your practice today. See if there's a takeaway. What did your body teach you? Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I am grateful for all of you. It really means so much that I get to share and connect in this way, that I can kind of time capsule myself, and you can practice with me anytime. I love it when people come live. I love knowing that you practice with the videos. I'm always available over email. You can let me know what requests you have. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Namaste.